Today we're going to talk about how to find books using the library catalog. We're going to start off right here. This is the library website, and once we are on the library website, what we do is we click this big blue button that says Library Catalog, and it takes us to this. This is a list of all the schools in the district, and we're going to find Southeast Middle School and click on it. Okay, and this is the library catalog. A lot of you are probably very familiar with this screen. You can search from here, but we're not going to do that. What we're going to do today is we're going to log in. So what you want to do is take your mouse up here to the upper right hand corner to where it says log in. It's a little hard to read, but you just want to hover your mouse over it and click on it. And then you can enter your username and password in order to log into the catalog. Now this is the same username and password that you use to get into AR. Alright, so that makes it easy to remember. Once you've entered it in, you click login, and here we are in the library catalog login screen. The first thing we want to do once we're logged in is we want to check our account. This is one of the main reasons why we want y'all to know how to log in, is because this is a good way to see what books you have out and what fines you have. So when we look at my account, we can see that I have a book out from last year, it looks like, called Idi Amin. So I probably need to bring that back because it's pretty overdue. I also have 3 separate library fines, and these are fines for books that I brought back, but I brought them back late, and so I wound up with owing some money for that. So these are all things that I would need to talk to a librarian about. That is the My Info tab. The other thing we want you to log in to do is search the catalog. So I'm going to click on this tab that says catalog up here. And this is the catalog search screen, and a lot of y'all probably recognize this. This is something that we use a lot here. So my assignment today is to find a fiction book for my ELA class. And I've decided I want to read a mystery. So what I'm going to do is type in the word mystery and click keyword. And what this does is it searches the library catalog and finds all the books in the library that are mysteries. And it brings them all up, and I can look through them and decide which one I would like to read. Okay, so now remember, I need to find a fiction book. So I look at this first one, and it's called Unsolved Extraterrestrial Mysteries. And I think, oh, that looks pretty good. But if we look at the call number, we see that it is numbers, okay? The call number does 2 things. First, it tells us the book's address on the shelf. It tells us where the book is located on the shelf. But it also tells us whether a book is fiction or non-fiction. A call number of numbers, like this one, is a non-fiction book. That's a book that has facts in it. It does not tell a story. Okay, and that is not what I am looking for today, so I cannot check this book out. And I'm going to keep on going. And in fact, I'm going to take a guess that I want to go further on down into the catalog, so I'm going to click on these pages up here and skip to the page 7. And here we are, and we see that these call numbers now say F. And remember, F stands for fiction, so we know that these are call numbers for fiction books. These are books that are going to be located in the fiction section. So I'm going to look through and find one that sounds good. And I think City of Fallen Angels, that sounds pretty good. I checked the call number, and it is a fiction book. Now the next thing I want to check is whether or not this book is checked in. Because if it's not checked in, I obviously can't have it. So here, I come over here to where it says 4 of 4 available. What that means is that we have 4 copies of this book, and they are all available to be checked out. This is a good book for me to want to read because I can get it. We have it in the library right now. Whereas this book down here, if we just look down here for just a second, we see that it is 0 of 1 available. And what that means is that book is checked out. So I would not be able to check it out. But I don't want to. I want to get City of Fallen Angels. So I'm going to come back up to here, and I'm going to double check its accelerated reader information. This is also very good to know because this will tell me whether or not it's on my reading level and how many points it's worth. And I see that it's 5.2, which is pretty much what I'm looking for. So that looks good. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the title. The reason why I do that is because I want to read this. This is a summary of the book. This tells me what the book is about. And I read that and I think, oh, that sounds pretty good. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to write down the call number, FCLA, and I'm going to go out and find it on the shelf. All right, this is the book I've decided to get. So that is a very quick overview of how you use the catalog. The last thing I want to show you today is how to enter your ZPD information in. Remember, your ZPD is your reading level. And when you have that entered into the catalog, it will help you find books that are appropriate for you. Now, this is pretty easy to do. What you do is you come down here to where it says Reading Programs, and you click this menu and you select Accelerated Reader. Once you do that, you get these two little boxes that pop up, the AR level. That's your ZPD. I'm going to type in my two numbers. So I'm going to type in 0.7. And now, when I search for my book, it will only bring up books that are within my reading range, and it will help me find something that's appropriate for ELA. You can see that all of these are within the proper reading level. Okay, so this is how you use the library catalog. Now what you're going to do is you're going to look at the third section on your sheet and try and find books in the library catalog for yourself. Remember, you can still use this video. Go back and try and watch sections of it again if you need help.